Yeah, you moved a little, so you're.
I'm back. I'll be back.
It's a disaster of highest proportion.
I'm back. Look, I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm in the frame. I'm in frame. I'm not.
So this is the food the guy got me. So I like to make a lot of noise when I'm streaming. I hate people. Yeah. So one of my fans brought Karen chocolate, and then he brought me a portobello sandwich and fries. Yay, cold fries.
Delicious.
I was drinking like a grandmaster with my wife and trying to learn 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. Yeah.
I'm going to make the YouTubers mad. Sorry, YouTubers. This is what people do.
Yeah, we hate the YouTubers more than anything. Man.
No, we love you, YouTubers.
No, YouTubers, go away, YouTubers.
Be sure to subscribe to Ben's channel, though. So
right, and don't watch
Silver Play channel.
Yeah.
Silver Play button.
Give us all your money.
She'll proudly display.
Hey, everybody. So, the last few streams I've been looking at my games, but I have no more games. Karen's too shy.
I'm not shy. I'm just...
Yeah, this is a portobello sandwich with everything missing that's not vegan.
There's like no bread, and
there's no bread. No bread and like nothing on it. And in fact, I can
literally a tomato, a slice of onion, and I guess some kind of
as long as it's not a slice of Anderson Cooper's ass, I'm happy.
I guess the bread wasn't vegan.
And it's a magic mushroom.
This analysis board is not accessible. Damn, truth hurts.
Damn.
Wrong.
My game is that bad.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to see the one that has the probably mostly accurate notation?
Why are your score sheets all like 60 moves? Does she have like a 10-move game you can show me?
I don't have a 10. Well, no, this one's only 40 moves. Look, this is one where I totally blundered away that game. Is this the... No, this is the one I won. I won this game.
Saying you totally blundered away the game doesn't differentiate between the other
games. This is the one I won, and this is the one I blundered away, but saved the draw.
This is
I wrote 0-0 because I'm that big of a loser.
The fan who bought me this from the stream and YouTube, he said, I got you a portobello mushroom sandwich, but I told the guy it has to be vegan. So it's 2 portobello mushrooms, 2 tomatoes, and a sliced onion. Which, by the way, I like all of that.
You could like tilt it towards the screen. They can see that. Or just devour it. There you go.
The YouTube people are going to love it.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's look at Tryingtolearn's games and choke on our own rage. The time control for him is 40 and 100, followed by game and 30 with a 10-second delay throughout. Okay, his opponent played Bishop G5. Now, I have to explain something about Tryingtolearn to you guys. Okay, if Tryingtolearn, which is him, doesn't specifically know the opening, he thinks like it's from outer space. He's like, what's that? So if he knows it, it's fine. If he doesn't know it, it's not because he has a lack of knowledge. It's because his opponent's from outer space.
No, it definitely is a lack of knowledge. It's like, what?
Yeah. I've played Bishop G5.
I've never seen that move before.
I've played this many times. Okay, and when I was like 2200, I played an 1170 in a slow-rated game. It was like game 45. And he played here. And then I just looked at him, and then at some point he like realized what he did. He didn't resign, he played out all the way. He didn't even. But that was like game 45, he played E6.
Shockingly, I did not play that.
Right. You played, this is a favorite of your favorite British grandmasters you haven't heard of. Julian Hodgson. Who's heard of him?
I've only heard of Howell and Short.
There's like 20 British grandmasters. He's actually good. He's not like a British grandmaster.
Simon Williams, I guess I've also heard of.
Yeah, he's a British grandmaster. Tony Miles is really good.
Yeah.
No, Great Britain, for reasons nobody understands, England had a really good chess team. Okay, now they don't. They had Nigel, this is the same time. These are guys at their peak. Nigel Short, Tony Miles, John Nunn, John Spielman, and there's a fifth guy who's also very good, but I'm losing my train of thought here. And all of them were like top 50 in the world. And they played in the Olympia, they came in like second. And then what's funny is, like, Nigel's still like in the top 6. And this was 30 years ago. And Spielman like doesn't play chess anymore. Dunn doesn't play chess. Tony Miles died. I'm missing somebody. Michael Adams. So if you took the 5 best British players, it's Michael Adams and Nigel Short. And they were the 2 best British players 30 years ago. So, like, nobody got good in Britain after them. Like, those 5 were good. I mean, those 5 were really good. Those were all world-class players. They haven't had a world-class player since. Just David those Howell. 5. No. No, David Howell, if he played in the, 10-player round robin with the top 10.
Oh, yeah.
No. Those guys could play those guys were the best. Those guys could win top 10 tournaments. And then since then, nobody. Everybody else is like 2660 FIDE, 2690 FIDE. Like, that's the best. But those guys were like, they were top in the world. There's a statue at Interpolis, the insurance company where Tilburg was held in Tilburg, of Tony Miles, because he won 4 games in a row, which was never done at that point.
Is that when? That's when he
No.
was. Oh,
No. But I mean, no.
it's the same tournament.
No, Tony was great.
Tillsburg.
Yeah, Adams is great. Nigel, all those guys were great. And then one's dead, and 2 quit chess, and 2 were like in their 50s. And those are still the best.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. Yeah, they got David Howell and Gawain Jones and Matthew Sadler. Matthew Sadler's like in banking. He doesn't care. He doesn't really play chess. Matthew Sadler was pretty good. Yeah. Go Tilburg. Who's the guy that runs Gibraltar? Stuart Conquest? Stuart Conquest, he's a friend of mine too. Now I'm going to insult the hell out of him. Stuart Conquest is the poster child for British GM. When I say British GM and I'm mocking British GMs, Stuart Conquest. Yeah. Yeah, these are GMs whose ratings are in the 2400s and they've never gotten to 2500, which is the prerequisite. And some of them are in the 2300s.
Stuart Conquest should have changed his name to Norman, and it could have been Norman Conquest.
That's correct. Conquest is a cool name, that's right. Yeah, I don't know how British players get GM norms because, See, like in America, if you're a terrible GM like me, that's because you're old. If you're a terrible GM in Britain, that doesn't mean you're old. That's your peak. Like they're in their 20s and 30s, and they're just not good. In the U.S., there's like nobody's like that. If they're not good, that's because they're 60, 70, 80 years old. It's not because they're 30. Those guys are good.
Because they don't fluoridate their water.
That's right. And we could ask David Vest about that. Yeah. I was telling my pops today there are GMs in the 2300s. Most of the GMs that are 2300s are, 60, 70, 80 years old. But now, when Miguel Neidorf was 69, he played in a GM tournament, and he came in second ahead of, Korchnoi and Petrosian.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, Neidorf was good, until he died. I mean, he wasn't, best in the world, but he never best in the world anyway. Horsty goes L-shapes. When Korchnoi was, 73 or 4, he beat Fabi with black in a slow game. Yeah.
So you're saying there's hope for me as an old person?
No. Matthew, those are the exceptions that prove the rule. Matthew Eskelin subscribed. Hooray.
It's a bishop g5. And if we look at the evaluation, we can already see that Stockfish has me equalized.
Okay, so bishop f5. Always play bishop f5.
I did not play the best move, however. Now I have given him back an advantage.
Yeah, that's fine. Queen d6 is weird, but all right. Let's see.
I wanted to bring my knight out, but I didn't want to disrupt my pawn structure. Also, I thought I could castle. Also, I thought I should castle queenside here.
Yeah, the thinking's not your strong suit.
It isn't my strong suit. So
Okay,
I brought that up.
It's creative.
Well, I didn't know I'd never seen this opening, so I had to come up with something.
You said knight f6, but nobody knows which one. We'll guess that one.
Yeah, that was that knight. Yeah.
Knight d2, we don't know which one. Long castle. Very instructive.
My plan, start rolling on them on that side.
Queen b4. Then he played b4.
No, then I played queen b4. Then he played bishop f4, and I played queen c. I actually played queen c6 here.
So you played queen c6 and you wrote queen b4?
I don't know why I wrote queen b4. That's what I wrote.
Right.
Not what I played.
What does that say?
That says b4. He played b4 here. He brought his pawn up.
And you didn't take the c pawn?
Did I not take? I did not take the c pawn for some reason.
The engine says you shouldn't take it. So I guess you're smarter than the... Oh, because rook c1. I forgot the bishop was here.
Yeah, that's why I didn't take it.
Yeah, so he was...
I'm sure actually, because I did think for a while on that position.
So you played here. Very suspicious.
Well, I thought, then I can attack that diagonal there if he doesn't take it.
Then he played rook c1, which is legal.
Mm-hmm.
Then you played the other knight's f6, and you wrote d as an afterthought. I like that.
Yeah, I realized I should probably indicate which one there.
Mm-hmm. That's a good square for your queen in a lot of openings.
except one thing, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Five, six things.
always move your queen out immediately and castle queenside. Always do that.
You know, in the games that I've done well at this tournament, I have done that. So clearly, I've learned from you.
You got to play super aggressive. Okay, he forked you.
Mm-hmm.
And it says you played bishop e6, which I don't believe.
I think actually earlier I might have moved my queen to b. I might have had my queen on b6 there. That would make more sense.
Are you sure you didn't play queen b6 when you thought you played queen?
I bet I played queen b6 there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That makes more sense.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because you wrote queen b4.
Yeah, that makes much more sense.
This is the best notation.
I'm working on getting my notation better, but I haven't played a lot of over-the-board chess ever, and I'm bad at it.
But your excuses are good. Okay, then you retreated like a grandmaster.
Because I didn't want to get forked there. That seemed like a good idea.
Never play f3.
Hey, you're off the frame. Trying to learn.
Oh, sorry, I'll get back on the frame.
Frankly, ridiculous.
This is like every Zoom call I'm on. I'm never in frame.
Then you went here. I don't even know if this is chess anymore. I mean, good move. Okay, then he played bishop d4. We're going to assume that's bishop d3. Yeah, the engine wants him to harass your queen since it's trapped.
Yeah, that seemed like a good idea, but he didn't.
And your king's there too.
Yeah.
Okay, then you put it in h.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
good.
good.
I should try to trade that bishop off.
He always retreated. Yeah, now it says you're better if you play f6 because the knight, he trapped his own knight.
I'm not playing f6 though.
Right. So you did good by not playing f6 for some reason. Then you played f6 and you wrote f3.
Right, because I was on track.
Now, were you wearing your never play f6 shirt during this game? I don't think you were.
No, I was wearing my chess bras merch on this particular game.
Yeah, that wasn't the only bra you were wearing. Okay, so then
I have a little bit of
Yeah. Okay, now he should play the move neither of you saw, knight g6.
That would have been a good move.
Oh yeah.
I like the way they played f3 and f6, proving their rating. Yeah, then you play rook g8 to not lose the exchange, and then he takes a pawn.
Yeah.
Okay, and you both saw that, except for one thing. And he played here. Mm-hmm. And you could have tripled him up on the bubble up, but you did not.
I said never triple the pawns.
It would be hard for me not to do that, but the engine doesn't do it. But it would be hard for me not to. Okay, g6. Knight b3 is legal. He could take on g6 because your pawn's pinned.
Yeah, I realized that after I played it.
Yeah.
But he didn't, so I felt
always
good.
Play bishop f5. Then he played knight f2. Then you always traded. Yeah, you should just play e5 because you play e5.
So would it be good to take the knight and triple the pawns?
It's okay. This is okay too. You shouldn't take that because you're improving his knight. I'm not saying he took with the knight, but his knight doesn't do anything here. Here it's coming again.
I thought if my knight was there, then if I moved my knight to the square that my bishop was occupying, I'd then be able to go after those two pawns.
Right, but he could have. But if he takes, you can do that. So you go here. When you attack pawns, they defend them. That's something, but that's not. Okay, your move's not terrible.
Well, I thought he would go here to defend this pawn as an idiot, and then I would get a fork in on him.
Well, he should defend them both.
Yeah.
You thought he was going to hang all his pieces? Man, harsh.
And he loves to push the pawns.
Okay, he defended his pawns. You played e6, solid. You could play e5 because if he takes, you take on e3 and you win.
Yeah.
It's actually mate in 2. Queen e3, knight g3 mate. I mean, he's not going to take on e5, but you can play e5.
No, this guy would have taken on e5.
Well,
100%.
Maybe. Thanks, Frosty Balrog. Your Balrogs are the frostiest. Okay, and I talked to Wendy about it. He played g4 Matt Larson style. You played knight d5 and wrote knight d6. Or you played knight d6 and wrote knight d5. He played knight c5. I don't know which knight went to c5, and I'll never know. Knight c5, knight c4, h4, e5, h5.
I put this game actually in my thing last night, and I have that actually.
Mm-hmm. I think when he played h4, h5, he played a4, a5.
I think.
When you wrote h4, a5, you meant a4, a5. Got to mean something.
Let's see. What move are we on here? Move
21 for white.
I just realized I actually did put this in the computer last night.
Yeah. What does it say?
21. It says knight d c5.
Okay. Continue. Yeah, you read it.
Knight c4.
Yep.
a4.
Yep.
e5.
Okay.
a5.
Yep.
Queen c6.
Mm-hmm.
a6. B6.
His score sheet doesn't say any of this. It says H4, H5. It doesn't say A7.
Yeah, I know. That was where I realized.
Then he fianchettoed his knight. By the way, that's the best move. The engine likes knight B7. Yeah. So he got all up in your grill.
Yeah, but then now that knight, they're going nowhere.
Yeah. So you went here or here?
I did. What are we on here? Move. I lost my place now.
25.
I played rook E8.
Thanks, Lord Anua. What'd you do?
I went to E.
E8. Okay.
E8. Rook E8.
The engine says you're slightly better.
Okay. Then he played queen C2.
Never. Oh yeah.
Then I played bishop E7.
Blocking your rook. Good idea.
Well, I had to get. I felt like I needed to get my rook out of there somewhere, and I couldn't figure out where to go.
Play H5.
I thought I should have done that, but I didn't do that.
Yeah. Okay. Bishop E7 doesn't lose, so I got no complaints.
Bishop E7. Rook H4.
Put it in H.
E4.
Yeah. Now this loses immediately. Rook H4. You could do something you've never heard of called a discovered attack.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Attacking his rook. Okay, and the reason it's a good idea isn't because it attacks his rook. The reason it's good is you're going to go here, and you're going to pressure that E-pawn like nobody's ever done it before. Then you're going to take on G4 and play rook F8 check, and you're all over him like Oprah on self-promotion. Okay, you played E4.
E4.
Frankly, also winning.
Where was I here? E4.
Also winning.
He played rook CH1.
Put it in H.
So he's doubling up on the bubble up. And then I played F5.
Correct.
So I did my move.
He took, I assume.
There, yes.
You traded.
We traded everything. Yes, that's correct. And then, so now I played.
So this is funny. You're a pawn down and it says you're +6. You're winning, totally winning. Because his king's no good. I assume that's Karen.
Let's see, where are we?
Oh, it's Aviv. You were really unlucky versus Shaba and Stearman. What about unlucky against Homa? All right, now what?
Then he played...
no, you.
Oh, what are we on
30.
here? 30. F takes G4.
That's a good move.
He played F4.
His knights are really good except for one thing.
Yeah. G5.
Good.
Rook H7.
It's on H7.
Rook H... No, Rook H... Oh, Rook... What does it say? Rook H... where are we here?
Move 32.
Yeah, it says RH H7, but that can't be correct because it was on H7.
That should have been earlier. Okay, let's go back.
Did I skip a move here? Let's
Maybe.
see.
Okay,
31,
on move 28, you played F5. What did he play on move 29?
29, he played Rook takes H7.
Okay, then what'd you do?
Rook H G8.
I assume you traded rooks.
You jumped ahead.
Yeah, your move is so silly that I didn't think it was possible.
It's terrible. All right.
You're still winning.
All right, so then he played Rook F7.
Okay.
Then I played F takes G4. Then we had F4. G5. Then we had Rook H7. Then we had G takes F4. Then we had Rook takes F4.
What happens on Rook E7? You just made him? Oh, yeah, you take with check and you have Queen F6 later. Man, that's not good. Oh, he played Rook F4?
Yeah, so he took it. And then we had Rook F4. Where do we go here? Rook F4. And then we have...
move 33 for black.
33. I'm trying to get to that. All right. Bishop G5.
Correct.
Rook F7.
Correct.
Rook E F8.
That's the best move.
King E2. Rook takes F7. Rook takes F7. Queen G6. And then we have the excitingness of Rook F4. Bishop takes F4. E takes F4. Queen H5.
Put it in H.
King F2. G3. Check. King E1. Queen H1. King E2. Queen takes G2. Resigns.
Yeah, because if he goes here or here, you check and then play mate.
Yes.
Even though it's not mate. This is mate. So this is how the game would have concluded. Or you could have made like 7 queens.
I probably would have taken his queen and then made like 7 queens.
Yeah.
Like slow. As soon as he moved his queen out of the way, I probably would have taken the queen.
So he resigned here.
Yes.
He did well with his knight on B7.
Yes, and then he was like, I should have put my knight on B7. I trapped it. I'm like, I think that was definitely a mistake later.
Yeah. You're not as bad as you play.
It's amazing.
All right. Now, if we do it on caps, I'm going to guess black played 81 and white played 50. 81 to 50 is my guess.
I think it's like 50 to 35.
No, you played good. Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun. You played 14.9? That's not good. That was a serious game.
That was a serious, intense game.
You played 2 best moves?
I think you have it on the wrong
we have
setting.
we have the wrong thing. I have it. Yeah, this is a variation.
Oh, yeah, you got to promote that.
Yeah.
There we go.
I was like, that's bad even for you.
That's not possible. That seems off.
Yeah, let me wait. What's actually the game? F5, E4. So this is the game.
Okay, yeah.
Promote variation. And then,
I'm glad I'm not the only one that's crap at notation.
Trying to do better.
I borrowed my
I was way off in my guess, so that was
bonus
terrible.
notation, and hers was wrong too. One of my friends.
This guy's notation was terrible.
Frankly.
I don't think he even had, he only went to, move 30 on his notation.
Oh, really?
And as you can see, the game is longer than 30 moves. Yeah. Or no, not this one. He only had,
Now, what Tryingtolearn doesn't know is this guy. This guy's the 6th person to play in all 50 states. This USCF rated.
Mm-hmm.
That guy.
Patrick Kells?
No. Oh, I thought it was...
Michael Abram?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is this Michael Abram or no?
No. That's Michael Abram. I just don't know where that score sheet is.
Okay.
I haven't even seen you. Oh, Rock and Johnson. Well, come on down and get a picture.
No, read the Bradford. He's talking about
Bradford
tier 3.
tier 3? Wow, tier 3. I don't know how this works.
Right, now you're talking.
I'm only on the moderation side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. What did Rock and Jason say?
He said he wants to see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta come down and hang out. We've been down at the bar for.
Tell him he can come up here now if he wants.
Send Karen a whisper, and she will whisper you back on her phone where you're at. So Ben doesn't have to say that he's in room 1605 at the Howard Johnson.
Well, that's the Howard Johnsons nowadays.
That's right.
All right, let's get back to the game, which we haven't started yet. John is black. I guess he's black every game. And he hasn't blundered yet. So it's a record. Knight f6. Yeah. And here you can play bishop c5, knight c6, or c6. Those are the main moves.
Okay.
You played one of the main moves. He played a3, which is shallow and pedantic.
Yes, I thought, a3, that's a terrible move.
Yeah, but you have to understand, moves that you say are terrible, that don't do anything, that's fine. Moves that are terrible that hang your queen, those are not fine. So that move doesn't make a lot of sense, but doesn't matter. Auburn Knight, 100 centidues, and then the Vold guy gave 100 centidues.
But I thought this would let me develop pieces faster.
I'm supporting Magnus because I'm drinking Norwegian water. Yeah. Yeah, one time before I met Karen, she was propositioned by Magnus. And Karen's like, I'm not interested. And he's like, don't you understand? And she's like, understand what? And he said, Norwegian wood, isn't it good? But yeah, she didn't take him up on his offer. So
he went off and slept in the bath?
That's right. And she was gone when he woke up.
Yeah, so he started a fire? There we go.
Yeah.
That song is really disturbing.
And why didn't you have a chair?
A chair?
We're doing the Norwegian wood song.
Oh, I don't know.
One reference out of
That song is literally the most disturbing song ever. If you
literally. What about figuratively?
Also figuratively, because it's about a guy and the girl won't sleep with him, and then he falls asleep in the bathtub, and then he wakes up and she's gone to work, and so he burns her house down. That's the lyrics of that song.
Truth hurts. Okay, you wrote knight f6, so you mean knight f3.
Mm-hmm.
d5 is barely legal. Okay, good. You're not as bad as you play. Castle. Yeah, this game is pretty good. Where's all the blunders?
Oh, it's coming.
He put it in H. That's, something.
Look, he's got both. He's taken both those corners from me.
Yeah. You went here for some reason because your knight was too good on d5. Okay.
I had a plan.
Your bishop was really good here.
So I moved it back because that was a bad move. Yeah, I agree that these are all bad. This is where it all started to go wrong for me.
I like your next move.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, I know.
That I was like,
oh God, I've screwed all this up.
That I like. Okay, then he played this absurd move,
Yes.
giving all of his advantage away, and then some. He's like, I have pressure here. Let's trade everything and make it dead equal. And
right.
you were
and
like,
I thought maybe he'll blunder that, but he didn't blunder it. I was really hoping, though, he was going to.
Then you moved your queen again because you haven't moved it enough.
No, I'm going to move my queen a lot here. You're going to love this. This is going to be one of your favorite sequences of the game.
Something to h2, either his knight or his king.
No, he played...
This is like pawn h2. That's a knight. That's how you write your ends.
Yes, he played knight h2.
Queen g6.
Because I'm going to line up on that, and I figured maybe he won't see that I can just take that pawn for free.
I'm reading his next move, but it's hard to believe.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, let me see what happened. Nothing. Jesus.
I thought a long time after this move.
If I show this to Matt Larson, he'll change his mind about his whole life.
Hey, McJurgle. I met somebody today that said they met you in person.
But don't worry, I don't refute this move in a way that makes any logical sense, I'm sure. Or no, I do. I take a pawn here, I think.
What's this? What world am I in?
I don't know what he was thinking. It was insane.
No, I know why he played g4. I just can't believe how horrible it is. Okay. Queen takes e4. You wrote bishop e4. So that means he either went here, here, or here.
He went to bishop d... did he go bishop d... What did you hear?
I'll look. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Queen e4, f5, queen g2, f4. God. It's hard to figure out because the moves are so bad. Bishop e4. Okay, so he didn't go to e2 because he played bishop e4 later. So either went here or here to attack your queen.
I'm pretty sure he went back with the bishop.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Went here for some reason. I guess that's a good square. That's all right.
Well, then if he advances the... I thought if he plays... He might play g6 there.
Here?
Or he might play g5 there, and then I could take that piece. And I think he did.
He might go here, and you could take his queen with either of your pieces.
I know, that was what I was thinking he would do.
Yeah,
He seemed like he was going to play... Well, I mean, after g4, I wasn't really sure what he was going to do.
All right. Bishop e6. f5. Could also have taken the pawn on h3 for free.
Yes, I know, and I didn't do that, and I thought about that. I spent a long time thinking about that. I thought this would be a better, but...
Yeah, this is fine. Now, you definitely don't want to play f4, because you're giving him the e4 square.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to take it, because then he just brings his knight out.
You don't have to. You can move your pieces out. You don't have to always...
And I wasn't... So
E4 is good, because then you could play knight e5. And that's
I thought about e4, and I didn't play it. And
just to play knight e5.
I was going to play that, and then I somehow talked myself into...
If you don't know what to do,
yeah,
right, then see this rook? That's not good.
Yeah, so I had
move it somewhere good.
That it did occur to me, and so then I thought, what I should do is if I move I'll play f4. Mm-hmm. Again, this is all bad ideas. Then I'll bring my rook over. Then I'll bring my bishop up, and then his queen will be trapped. That's what I was thinking.
That's not even true because he has bishop e4.
I know he has lots of moves out of that.
Okay,
that was my
now the reason Karen hurt her foot, this is well known, is yesterday we met Danny DeVito here at the hotel. He's in Chicago for some reason. And he liked Karen because Karen's looking good. And he loaned her his toe knife, and then he left and forgot it, so we still have it. And so she got hurt. And I said at the time, I said, but Danny, shouldn't she use a spoon? And he's like, yeah, but I don't have one on me. You know the episode I'm referring to?
Yeah. I remember the toe knife, but I remember
right. When they rented their place out, they had these like two naked women. But they had these two old guys they kicked out because they wanted the naked women. Oh, then they realized they liked the old guys better. So they kicked the women out, and they got these, Frank and Charlie.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they were discussing like how to cook food on a radiator, and because that's what Charlie does. Yeah. And the other guy was like, yeah, I do that. And they were discussing it. And then Frank was explaining his toe knife. The guy's like, I have a toe spoon. That way you don't get hurt as much. He said, oh, my God, that's a great idea, etc. I am the best.
If you aren't choking on your own rage over the next sequence of moves here.
Yeah, okay. Now again, this move is strategically not correct.
Yes.
But you can still win because it doesn't hang any material. Okay. Then He played G5, which is the most nonsensical move in the history of chess. Just hanging his pawn on H3.
Yes, and I really thought about taking the pawn on H3, and then I thought I could probably do better than that. And
Yeah, that's fine. No, the engine says that's fine because you want to
okay.
take with the bishop.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, G5 is just so horrible.
Yeah.
I just ate. Okay, then he put it in H. Yeah, I mean, this just wins immediately because you play Rook F4 and, E4, Rook H4, Knight E5. God damn. Yeah, this is +6, it says.
Yes,
He's playing
trying to
normal
be
move.
Too clever.
You play this. This is fine. You got your Rook out. Good. Morphy style. Yeah. Okay, now you played Bishop F5, which is legal.
Yeah, again.
All right. It's legal. Okay, trade it. Then it says Queen G5 when it's obviously G4.
Yes.
Okay, and I wouldn't trade queens. And the engine suggests, just moving your queen. And it says it's all winning.
So I moved my queen.
Queen F3?
I think so.
I think it's Knight F3.
No, he didn't move his knight to F3.
Yeah, he played Knight F3.
Did he?
Yeah.
All right.
You played here.
Oh, yeah, okay, good.
He played here.
Yes.
You played here.
Yep.
Now it says you're plus like 1,000. He played here.
And here I thought I was too clever.
Oh, you just hung your rook.
Yeah. Because I thought...
You thought he's threatening that, but forgot he's threatening that.
Yeah, I forgot he could do that. I forgot queen could also take.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'll just counterattack, and then, there you go. And he thought for a long time.
Right.
And then he found that move, and I was like, oh, sad.
Yeah, just moving your rook anywhere wins, threatening 95. Yeah. Okay, so now you're still better, it says. Because when you sack the exchange, you're actually better in the ending, it claims. So he can't take your knight because you take his queen.
Right.
Yeah, and then you...
Shocking, because I thought I was totally dead
now here... Oh, you did play the right move here. Queen takes H5.
That's what I played.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I played this all fine then.
Well, I mean, Knight E5 is no good, but...
I mean,
you were like +5, now you're +1.
I mean, I thought I was...
Really no, you're fine. You put it in H.
Mm-hmm.
You wrote King H5.
No, I didn't. I played King H8. I wrote H8, but I probably wrote it wrong.
Okay, luckily I believe you.
There we go.
What's funny is Queen E6, Queen H3, those are all the best moves.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
You guys are the best, except for one thing. Okay, you took with the knight.
That is the right move.
That's good because it doesn't smell. Knight H4 doesn't smell, but Knight H3 does.
Mm-hmm.
So that's important. Rook G1. Now you play Queen F3 check, a move I would not consider. But I guess you were afraid of that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how to, save my... I thought I needed probably to have some pieces left.
Yeah. Now after G6, Rook, it doesn't say Rook G4, but I don't know why.
Rook G4.
Because I would play Rook G4. I guess I'm blundering something. What am I blundering? Oh my God, that. I didn't see that.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, then if Queen takes knight, Rook H3 check.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
That's like a double, triple tactic. It's a fork and it's an X-ray.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to get I couldn't figure out how to get my
Tribunanidze?
I couldn't figure out how not to get checkmated on the back rank there if I didn't do something.
So this move's legal. Good. And now it says it's equal. Yeah.
And it ended up being a draw, so hooray.
Yeah, I mean, you have a knight and 2 pawns for a rook. That's about the same. Rook AD1. Then, did you get mated yet?
No.
Rook. God, then you wrote some nonsense.
I played Rook E8.
Right. I don't know what you wrote. I think you wrote something in Cyrillic. Okay,
but that was the best move.
Rook G4, that's a good move. Then you play G6, which is legal. The engine wants you to attack his rook, and when he takes, then play knight here, attacking everything. The rook, the F pawn, the D pawn. Says it's equal. But you were afraid, so you got luft instead of war. That's not good luft, because,
Oh, but it works out for me, though.
Yeah, because as rooks get to the 7th rank.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
That's not good luft.
To do.
So he took, you took. Mm-hmm. Good. Now he should play Rook D5 attacking your knight. If your knight moves, he can go here. But maybe he did do that. I don't know.
No, he didn't.
He played Rook here, which is what I would have played.
And then I said, aha, if he takes that pawn, I can fork him. So I have to I have to act nonchalant. I have to find a nonchalant move.
Not chalant?
Chalant, yes. I have to act chalant.
So you played here, and he fell for everything that ever happened in his life.
That's right.
So he has to go here, threatening rook c7. Then if you defend it with your knight, then he doubles up on the bubble up.
Right.
But he just took, believing, he knew he was playing.
That's right. He's like, I'm going to get this guy now.
And then you played the move that was first played in the game, gotcha versus bitch.
And I was like, ha-ha!
Yeah. Then he played correctly. Now you're up a pawn, probably a draw with the rook here.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you play e3, the idea is if you trade, and he takes this, you can check, and take that, and then you're pawn up still.
Yeah.
That's a draw, but it's better for black. You might have played that, I don't know. Or you played a5, trying to save your pawn.
The second best move.
Trying is the first step to rook b6, king g6. Okay, so he played rook c6. Then you gave up your pawn to get your king off the back row.
Well, I thought then maybe I could get my pawn. I could put my king up behind that pawn there. I would have some ability to move it up and coordinate something.
Move it on. Now it says it's all zeros. Oh, no, wait. That says the IQ of the player with black is all zeros. Sorry.
That's also true.
Okay, king h6, putting it in h. It doesn't like this move because it doesn't like your king there. It wants you to play h5 and then...
Well, I thought I needed to, do the little, sneak it up kind of the board.
Yeah, the problem is he should go c4 and he gets two connected pass pawns.
Yeah, I was worried about that too, but then I...
Okay, so instead, he played c4. No, he did do that.
Yeah.
Then you played some nonsense move. I can't read it.
Where is that? What are we on here?
You probably played here because he played b3.
Yes, I think I played there.
Yeah, and that's why the engine actually said he should prepare this better. Like he could play a4 with the idea of rook b5 and then push his pawns. This doesn't work because of what you did, but you didn't complete doing it. He played here. Oh, wait. It's you didn't. Oh, you played this. You played rook f5? What did you do?
No, f5. What did it say?
b3, king c3, g5, b4, ab4, a5, b3, some move, then...
Where are you? Point me to the line here. I'll read it.
45, c4.
c4.
And you wrote stuff and crossed out, wrote other stuff.
And I wrote, it's rook, rook something 4. Let's see. So it's something rook c5 is my guess.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I know what happened. In this position, you wrote king g3 instead of king g5. That's what confused me.
Yes.
Well,
my fives look kind of like 3s.
Then it says you played g5.
No, I played h5.
Okay. So every move's a mistake. That's why. Okay. Then if he goes here, I think he's winning, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's a draw. Yeah, this is unclear, this king and pawn ending.
God, I moved my king.
But that's okay. He played a4. Yeah. You played h5, you're claiming? Okay, he's still better here, but probably a draw. And then b4.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me. And I was like, hey, that's good for me.
Now it says you're winning.
Yes.
I agree.
And I played rook takes c4.
Right. And then he did this, I guess.
No, he didn't.
He checked?
No. He played b5, I think. He played b5? No, what did he play? He played, where are we at here? We're at this thing here.
I think he played, you took
definitely played that.
I think you took this.
No, I didn't take it. I definitely took my rook there.
It says a takes b4.
It does say it takes b4?
Yeah, then it says a5, which is nonsensical. Then it says a3, which is illegal. Then it says rook takes b4, rook takes a5. So I think he took this and you took this. So I think he played a5, and I think you made some move over here. And then he took this and you took this.
I think that's approximately correct.
Unless you played b3.
No, I think I took both things there. Where are we at here? What are we on?
You're not going to be able to read it. a5.
a5.
See, this says a3 or 5.
That's definitely a 5.
Well, that doesn't, I mean...
a5,
you might have played here. Because you don't know a from h and 4 from 5. Rook takes e4. Okay, so he took this and this. But I'm trying to figure out how that's possible.
I definitely took his piece there at some point.
You think you took this or this?
I think I took this. and then I think he what did he do? Oh, I don't remember. I'm unclear. Something happened here, and all these stuff got traded off, including my one pawn there.
So maybe this happened.
That seems right.
Something
yes.
like this.
Let's go with that. That's probably what happened.
All right. Rook F5.
Yeah, this looks correct now.
King something 3. Let's guess that. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. King F6. Never play F3. H5. That's probably G5.
Yes.
Rook E5 check. Now, wait a minute. Rook F6. What?
I think my pawn. I think you have the pawns backwards. I think my king was over somewhere. Somehow my king ended up.
Do you think you play King H5 and then G5?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes more sense to me.
Well, no, but then you played G5, and then this happened.
Yes, this seems more
something
like that. Yes.
Okay, then you played here, King G3, King G6, F3, H5, check here.
Yes, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Approximately.
Okay, so this is a draw, but you're better. Obviously, you're pawn up. You played here?
Yeah, I didn't mean to play there.
You didn't mean to.
But I did anyway.
What?
I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I was going to play a different move, and then I played that move. I don't remember why.
That move's good if it's your move next, if you can take.
Yeah, I don't know why I played that move, but I played it, and I was like, why did I move that? I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, you try to strangle him for a long time.
That was my plan.
If he makes a mistake, which he will, then you'll win.
That was my plan, and then I didn't play that plan.
Yeah, this move doesn't give you a lot of winning chances.
No, that move was just, now I'm drawing.
Yeah, okay.
But I played the draw out correctly. Hooray me! And I forked his guy.
Did you guys play king to king because you stopped keeping score here?
And then we ended up. Then again, and then I didn't keep the score because that clearly was what was going to happen.
Frankly, I'm guessing that game wasn't in the 90s, unless it was.
Okay. No, I'm guessing this game was another example in my snatching defeat from the jaws of something.
Man, no wonder they're not donating. They're furious.
They've never seen chess so bad.
Hooray.
Yeah. Ben doesn't have any more games. He already looked at them.
We analyzed all of my games. They're on YouTube now. You can go to YouTube and look at all my games. They've already been put up.
Rock and Jason may not know that you withdrew because he's been playing chess all
Now,
the time.
I'm sure that all of you keep perfect notation when you're doing notation because you're all geniuses. And I've seen how you go from 0 to 7,000 on Lee chess when you just after 2 months of playing chess.
One guy at this tournament said he likes playing on Lee chess better because he feels better about himself because his rating's higher. And that reminded me of the parents in Tennessee a few years ago. She went to the place where they give out the trophies to the winners, and she said, "Where can I buy those? I want to give one to my son." That reminds me of I like Lee chess because they give me a higher rating. But, yeah.
Wow.
Can't argue with that.